Auhea o kou e nā hoa vivo ole, e Huliamahi like nei I ke ola o ka mauli ola Hawai'i I ke ala me ke ia la. Aloha nui kākou. O ke ia mea o ka haku hana kiaka, he laana maika'i o ka Huliamahi nui ana o nā ano kānaka like ole. He huaka'i ho'i ke ia, I ho'okahi makahi ke aku nei, ma ka wā a ke ia mau haumana ma ka papa umi. O iai, ma mua o ka hiki ke lu'u I loko o ke kahi hana kiaka, ka haku hana kiaka, pone noi'i. Pone ike I nā ano kumuhana like ole a me ke kumu o ka make e haku I ke ia mea o ka hana kiaka. No leila, nā ke ia mau haumana, ka papa umi kumakahi o Ke Kula o Nāwahīokalaniʻōpuʻu I noke mau no ke ia makahiki. Ma ka pau ana o ka papa umi a me ke ia makahiki kula holo o ko'a. Ma ka noi'i, ma ka haku, ma ka ho'omakaukau o lelo, ho'omakaukau mele uhau, ho'oma'a pa'u noke ma nā au nui a me nā au iki. Aua pa'a ho'i ke ia hua e ka ana like ai ke ia hiahi. A ole hiki na e ke pa'a me ka loa'a ole o ko kākou mau kupuna. Ka po'e I waile I ke ia ala. Ka po'e I ike ho'i he mea nui ke ola o ka mauli ola Hawai'i. A oia ho'i ke kumu no ko kākou lo'a I ke ia hiahi. No leila, I nā mahemake ho'ohanohano I ke kahi o ke ia mau me'e. Ke kahi mau me'e nui ma ka mo'aukala e ho'omau nei, e pa'u nei ma luna o ke ia ho'ola ana. Eia laua ma'ane'i I ke ia ahiahi, ke kahi ua lele mai, ke kahi noho pa'a ma ke ia kahua kulano. He mau me'e nui ke ia I noke mau, I pa'u mau ma luna o ke ia mea o ka ho'ola mauli ola Hawai'i. No leila make maua e ho'ohanohano, ia anakala Larry Kimura, au hea la oe ma ke kahi wahi I waina, mana'o wau I ke wau, ia oe ma'o. Aloha nui. A waku oia I luna, e pa'i lima kako. Mahalo nui ia oe. A o ke kahi aku he kupapu no ke ia aina kaua kanilehua o hilo, noho na'e ma o ahu I ke ia manawa, aua lele mai no ka nana I ke ia hua ana haumana. O ia ho'i o Kumu John o Zario. E kupu mai o I ke ia hiahi. Mahalo.
Mahalo nui. Ai, ano leila, e like ho'i me ka la'ana o kākou mau me'e na kupuna. Pela pu ka lo'a ana o ke kokua ke kāko'o mai o nā alaka'i. Oia ho'i ke kahi o nā alaka'i I keia ahiahi, mamuli o ko lākou waile ana I keia ala, e ho'ike mai ana I keia mea o ka hana keaka make e mahalo aku ia lākou. O Anake Pualani Johnson, au hea oe, Anake Pualani I hope ala. Ke kokua, ke a'o o ana I keia mea o ka hana keaka, pela pu ka anakala Nelson Makua e noho nei ma keia au nei. Oia ho'i ka mea I haku I keia lau o kākou ma ke ka e kua a me nā polo kalamu ka noho pu ana me keia no'o ana. Make e mahalo pu ia Kumu Haili Opua a me Kaliko Baker. Ai ho'i laua ma'ane'i nei ke aloha nui ia olua. Ka waile ana I ke ala o keia mea o ka hana kiaka Hawai'i. Aloha. Make mahalo pu ia Jamaica Heoli Osorio o iai ho'ohana ia ke kaila o ke mele uhau ma keia me hana kiaka ke kahi no leila he leo mahalo keia iaia. He mahalo pu I nā makua I ka ko'o mai I paipai I kokua ma nā ano hana like ole no ka ho'oholomua, ka ho'ohua ana I keia. A pela pu na mamo e noke mau nei I keia ala o ka holomua a me ka pa'u mau ana no ka kalana kila o kākou olelo. Me ka ole o ke kahi ano kāko'o, makemake e mahalo pū I ke kahi mau pu'ulu nui, oia ho'i keia hale keaka o ka University of Hawaii Performing Arts Center, mahalo nui o kou. Makemake e mahalo pū ia Oiwi TV, ka ho'olako ana mai I ke kahi o nā vikio a o koe ike ana, me ke kāko'o ka pa'i vikio ana I keia ahiahi. Pela pū o mana maoli ma ke kāko'o ana ma ka au o nā mele, pela pū ka au kala, he au ko'i ke kahi hiki ke ho'ohua mai. Ka ho'olako mahalo nui o ko a me ke kula o Nāwahīokalaniʻōpuʻu. Ana leila me ia mau mana'o, e nanea mai e walea I keia hana keaka ana haumana o ka papa umikumakahi.
Kala mai, ho'okahi ho'olaha, o ka ma'a mau ke loa'a ke kahi hana keaka ano lo'ihi he ho'omalolo ko ka hana keaka. A ka keia hiahi a ole pela, o iai, ko kako ano, hana, piha, a pau, ea. Ale kako ho'omalolo, puka, lo'ihi ana kela. No leila, I nā ponehele I ka lua, hana I kauhana, e hele, e hana. A ka a ole ana ho'omalolo, e ho'omau ana kako. Okay, so just real quick announcement that we are not having an intermission. So if you have to do your business, then you do it when you have to do it. And we'll be all good. But the hana keaka will run all the way through. Okay, mahalo nui e nanea. Kaku. Aloha.
Let's reminisce. When the Hawaiian traditions were a critical condition.
When stories were suppressed and not expressed.
There is man and there is environment. One does not supersede the other.
1976, George Hill, People Mitchell, protect Huliāmahi. Mama, I know it was a crib.
When giant jaws could be the cause, led to ruin, and emptied their casket of what it once was. Hana hohe ula Huliāmahi.
A rebirth of a sacred island.
Aloha mai, emi ke kahi noho ai nohi lalo. Aloha, aloha. No laila, aloha nui kākou, pēa kākou, pēa mai kai. Mai kai no, no laila, o wau no o kumukanani a o kea ka papa ho'oulu ala ka ina. Mamua na e o ka lu'u ana I na hana o ka papa. E ho'omaka kākou me ke kai ana ho'olauna ana. E ha'i mai koi noa, no hea mai oe, a me ke kumu o ko komo ana I kea papa. E ho'omaka wau, o wau no o kumukanani hulu makua. O makua o ahu ku'ane hanau a kama puna Hawai'i wau I kia wā. Ua hoi wau I kia mea ka ho'oulu ala ka ina, ma muli ana mea au I ike ai ma ka uola. E wewe la li'i ana wau ma ka papa I kia la, a ka e ho'omau kākou. A e...
Aloha mai kākou o Hualani no hilo mai au a o komau I kia papa ma muli o ko'u I ini nui e a ona ka mo'a kala a kākou. Na Hawai'i. Mahalo.
Mahalo.
Aloha, o Kimo no o Ahumai au. I ini nui au e a ona na mea Hawai'i. Wa ano pili ki a ka anu ko'u hana I ana, a ka mamuli ki kai wahine Hawai'i waloli ko'u ala. Nana I malama nui mai a hea lokuma ka ino hoi. Noia kumu, komo ke aloha I loko o'u, nana mea Hawai'i ki kai. Mahalo.
Mahalo.
Aloha, o ka imi a kea. Mai ka palikiko au, a leo ike nui no na ana mea no ka na hana Hawai'i no lele he ini nui ko ue ao.
Velina, o kia kai kupuna ko ino. No ka mokupuni o Hawai'i mai au and koi ia wau e heli kia papa.
Kino.
I guess aloha o Ke Kulani, ko inoa, ua hānau a hanai iau ma Oahu, a like me ke kaikupuna he papa koina ki anō.
How's it? Oduki Kea, was born and raised Honolulu, and my passion is doing an archive in Honolulu. When I went Komodos Papa, I went pick them at random.
Aloha mai kākou, o wau ka huli. No Hawaii mo kupuni mai au. Pai ko kupuna kāne au e hoʻonui ko ike no ka Hawaii mo Aukala a me ka hoʻoulu ana I ko ano he kanaka a me ko ano he Hawaii.
Ano ai kākou wau nau paka ano maui mai au. A ole paaloa ia'u ko o makemake no ka aihana, no lelo o komo I ke papa, no ke kokua paha ana ia'u ma ka imi ana I ala mai kai.
Aloha o ka hula lea ko uinoa no ka umana mai au. Nui ko uini ma kia o ana no ke ano ke ala kai. Keo hoi no ka hula.
Aloha o wau na hiku ai like me nau paka no maui mai au. Ke kumu e hele au ia nei. Makimaki au I ke pehea e ala kai mai kai I ka poe no ka mea kaukai nui ia au e ke kai ulu a me kou ohana.
Oh, nui ka poe no nā no one hanau like ole. Mahalo I ka hoʻolau na ana mai. E like me ka ua o keia ka papa hoʻoulu ala kaina. He papa keia e hoʻoulu ana I ka ala kai ana. Ala kaina, ala kai ana, e? He hupua ia. He kumuhana pākena no ke kaipapa. E nae, mā ka o kou pākaukau he pepauhopu. A ka e helu o kou mā kahale, o iai nui na mea e nāna I kākou I kia la, a ina he mauni nao no ke ano o ka loila ia e hape mai ma ke kaihui ana o kākou. No laila, ke no ano o kou I kia mea he alakai, he ana hio ana o kou I ke ai.
Viva ole a kupā.
O ia.
Aloha ama lama me ka noʻono o mau I ka poe a pau.
A wamo piha I kona kuleana.
Leads by example.
Akamai a mākou ko mana ano āpau.
Ai, he vai no ke kupaa ka uamo kuleana a me ka makau mau. No laila, e kālena ana kākou maluna o nā lakai o nā kanahiku. Ka waho ola mauli o la Hawaii no hoi. Ai no I ana no ko lākou ano ho pa ka akalai I mea e hoʻoulu ai ko oko ano he ala kai. No laila, eia ke kahi nina o hoʻokele o ke ia la. Pe e hoʻike ai ke kanaka I kona ano he ala kai ma kona aloha aina ana.
Hey, yeah you.
No. Ai, he aloha aina no ke la. A ka oilo aku ka mana o mamua o ka ohi apala ana. No laila, e nāna ana kākou I wahi wiki o ana o koe hai mai I ke kahi mahi o ana ho aku o kia mea he aloha aina.
Ua hua pono mai no ke ia hulia o ka Hawaii mana kana hiku, o iai e ike maka I ana ke ano e loli ino ai ka aina me ka nohona Hawaii, a ua hoʻomaka ka Hawaii e imi na ki ina me na poʻaia pili e lohe I ai ka leo o ka Hawaii no ka pono o ka Hawaii.
You have to march and protest when your rights are being and your way of life is being directly threatened. In this particular time period, there were many Hawaiians who were still living on the land, still able to fish, and some people even growing taro as well. And it was the subsistence and traditions that were being threatened by urbanization, by growth, real estate, tourism, military use, all of those kinds of things.
O ke kipeku io na mahi ai o ke awāwa o Kalama a me ko Sand Island no hoi. Pe ia pu ka hoʻopahu ia ana o ka hoʻolawe ka puʻali ko Amelika. He mau mea ia I ku mai ai ka Hawaii a akoa koa no ke ku e no hoi ke ia hana ino a hana hewa ia.
It was the love of the land. And not aloha aina go pick up rubbish. aloha aina where you're going to give up your life if you have to make sure that the land doesn't die.
More and more young people like myself became really aware of what a terrible injustice it was, and also that it was really changing Hawaii in ways that we really weren't comfortable with.
Now Hawaiians started to talk. Hawaiians everywhere started to talk and say what they think and argue with one another about politics.
Hapai ia ana na ninau I ninau mua ole ia I vaina o ka Hawaii, keo aku ke ia hoʻopuka manao ma vaina o na haumana kula nui.
And it was a time for us to think about who we were. Hawaiian history that was being taught in the history department was very sanitized. Missionaries are great. It was a wonderful thing to become part of America. You're so lucky that the white people take care of you, that kind of thing. So we wanted to hear some different kind of history. Our rallying cry was our history, our way.
No laila, e hoi kako I kanina o ke ala. Pe e ho ike ai ke kanaka, I kona ano he ala kai, ma kona aloha aina ana.
Komo, what kind of question is that when people died no ka aina?
Yeah, ku ua pā maoli ko ona au, he kaumaha I ono.
Yeah, kumua, hiki ke ike I ko ka poe I ini e hana I ka pono, yeah?
Ua imila ko I mau ala no ka pukalana kila ana, a maloko paha o ka puka ole I loko ke kai mo po ai pili mau no ka hoʻao.
Ai, me ala, ua ike la ko I ko lako kuleana. Ao he kana lua.
Pehea I pili ki ai, ano ke aha.
O ia ka nina nui mana ano hihia like ole o ko Hawaii mo Aukala. Eia na I loko ia mau hihia I kupu mai ai, he mau ala kai, he mau me no hoi, hoʻohala mua I ka poe Hawaii. No laila ma ke ia papa, e imi ana kākou I na me ma ka okola. E no I ana no ko lako ano, ka lako mea e paiwa e kupa ai, a me ke kumu o ko koho ana iaia. He pahana ka hua o ka oko noi I. A oia ke kalele nui I ke ia kau. Ai.
Ke ka papa mua. Come on, gotta take them easy, you know?
Pahana already? Ai, mo ka pahana I luu hohonu ai oko I kia mehe ala kai. Ea nae. E no oko I ke ia E no oko I ka oko meo me e ke o manawa. E helu oko I ke kahi atikala a ui ho'uka I magu classroom, ke kahi, I ke ia po. Ai mako kau no ke kuka ana I ke kahi papae. He mauni nau paha? Nau ohe, I la mai ka I naka koa pau. Mahalo.
O Papa and Wakea, where art thy beauty in the whirlwind of wise, with water, sun, and maybe some soil, to get deep breath and push aside the turmoil. No one understands how the tree really grows, what it feels like inside, and what it really knows. The roots are to ground you and remind you where you come from, what is up and what is down, what may be happiness and what flickers a frown. The lessons of our kupuna, the seeds they have planted. It's easy to see the pain, point the finger, and take it all for granted.
Hey, hello, Tutu man.
Hey boy, Bill, how's class?
Good. We have to find one leader or a hero from the Hawaiian Renaissance to research about. But, Tutu, who's your hero?
Oh, James Kula. He was the president of the Ahui, Aloha Aina, and was instrumental during the overthrow of Huliāmahi. Back then, had leaders like James Kula and Joseph Nāwahīokalaniʻōpuʻu with the Hui Aloha Aina, who opposed the overthrow. And they would travel to different communities that the people signed a petition against it. They were able to get over 87,000 signatures of Hawaiians who wanted to remain independent of the U.S. and support Huliāmahi's reign in a short amount of time. And as a result, Kula went to Congress to stop the overthrow at the time.
I guess our people are pretty used to going to Congress. Like George Helm, Nāwahīokalaniʻōpuʻu, and now James Collier back in those days.
Yeah, our kupuna, they're smart. They educated themselves in politics and got involved. They never sit around and complain about this or that. They educated themselves and rallied the people.
I don't even know if I could ever do that. I don't even know politics.
You know, you're lucky. The kind of schools you get. Never have that kind back in my day. We didn't even learn our own history. I never even know we got overthrown.
Then how you know so much, Tutu? Seems like you know plenty about all the land issues, our history.
Most of us guys, we had to learn on the streets. Never really know the real issues around us until after graduation. All this stuff that you stay probably learning wasn't in our history books. It was all about being American. Anyway, you should go look up James Collier. He had mean speech, passionate, moving, direct, all that kind of stuff. You know, for around. That's the kind of guys you like to learn about. Oh, anyway, don't forget to clean up after your paw, huh?
Yeah, okay. James Collier. O vai ana la ku me enui.
E o mau hoa maka ainana. Ua kono ia mai kako I keia ahiahi maluna o ke kahihina o I kama aina loa ia kako I loko na makahiki e ha oi I hala I nei.
Omo nina la. Oi ana o hui ana pia Hawaii aina me la hui. Me Amerika hui kuia. James Collier. O mai kaina Hawaii a mako. O mako hoi kia o. Au ho, o mai kai mako. Loko o mo kono mareno.
He makanana ene hana e ka oia I na pā oi hana.
Na pā oi hana ki kā la e nui a ia I ka mana.
Ai ue ia kumakumanu, kupana kumaku. Na hana kumana.
A kana mako no I ho lako I ka pū alikoa.
Na kua ho parekana I noa.
Kanoa o ko mako ai nei hono. Koma o ko o no ia kula mako.
E au kia puni ke mo kalaka. E a ke toho palaka noa. O ka puna nei, ne mahawa ko oko.
O maka e ki toho palaka e mako ni.
O huli ia ki pone I ki pēnei.
E upa mako ko e Hawaii. A oi kanaka nana e kulai.
O ka ohane oi no no.
Ai no I loko ko hoi no ka rahui. Noa aina. Nā kauri ai olelo a olelo a kako ka la hui ai ko ho hui ia o ko kako aina me Amerika. Ai kia aloha ai na hopeloa. Ai kia ha. Ai kia aloha ai na hopeloa. Ai kia ha. Ai kia aloha ai na hopeloa.
E umo ho maka I nana. Ua hoi anu I kako e a koa ko mai ki ahi. Mamuli, o ke kahini nau e kamaena loia kako I loko na makahiki ha oi hala e nei. Mai ka wāmai ho o ka huli ako kako o puni kumu. O uani nau la. Ko I ana ki Hawaii aina mea la hui me Amerika hui pu ia. O ko hane ola o e ni nau. Ai ano lea ko pohalima o ka la hui. Nona ka aina. Au e manau I o nei. A ole loa kākou, ka la hui, e ae, e hoʻohui ia ko kākou aina, me Amerika, aiki ki aloha aina hope loa. He o puni ko ako kākou ina ia, e na kamehameha I moe a kula. A o ka pono kukula o puni ala ako I miai, oia ka kākou e hoʻoli nei ki ala. No leila, he hana pili kia, I ulua e ma kākou no ku o koa ana. O ke ku o koa ana ma kuali I miai, I pono hoi lina no ka la hui. Oia ke ake ia nei e kanoala ia. Au e o la e ai. I nā e hoʻohui a kākou me Amerika. Oia ka kākou ai ana aku e kanoala ia kākou ka la hui. I loko ana pōpili kia he nui e ho e a mai ana ma hope o ka ohi ana Hawaii. Ona hopena e ukaile mai ana ma luna o mākou ma hope o ka ohi ana Hawaii. Oia, ka hamamaona o ka ipuka, e komo nui mai ai na la hui o na aina e, a ka ili kua ina hana, a mena pona mai a kākoa e. Ai hea kākoa e noho ai? A ko kākoa ho pena, e ānei loa I a mai na kākoa a pili ka paia. Ma hea hoi ko kākoa po mai kai. E like mena vehewe ana ke kai poe o lela nei. He mea vewe I ka la hui, ke ohui ia. O ka uma leila, he mea make ai ka lahui, nona ka aina. I ka nāna aku ina mea I hana ia I hala e nei. Ke manao I one iau, a ole loa I hana hewa, ke au puni Amalika ia ka akou. A ka, o ka poe 5 lepo, nānai ho o ka huli I ke au puni mo I, o la kou ka poe I hana hewa. A kia o ako ni iau, ia Amelika, e aia mai ko ohui a Hawai'i ne me Amelika. I mea nalaho I ai, ko la ako hana 5 pela, I ke au puni la hui Hawai'i. Ai liloho I ia, I o pū malu malu, e nalo ai ko la ako mo eka eka. Ina no, e hana mai ane ke au puni, ma ka ho'oko ana aku ia manao. O like ia, me ka ana o ke au puni, e make oia I lo ka 5 o Yehova. A me kona kui hewa, ano ka mea, ia ka ako e ako ako anei, a ole mena mea kaui pāpā ia I ke kanawai. A ka, o ko ka ako mō mea kawai o laloa e ai, oia ko ka ako mō lolo. A ole like me ka kui hana I. No ka hiki ole, I ko lako mō lolo, I ao ia mana kula ki eke e mana aina e. E kula I ka lolo, I ho ono ao ia, mana kula apano Hawai'i. No leila, la lau ko lako mō 5, I nā mea kaua, a ho o ka huli ki au puni kumu. Pela lako I lana ki lai. A ka, kia o ako ni au I ka lahui, e lawe ka ako I ke kauhano hano, o ka paiona he lolo me ka lolo. A manao I o nei, e hoa ea mai ana he manawa, e haulehi ai, ka mana o ka lako mō mea kaua, I ka make, I ka aia ka mako o ka lolo, o nā kula apano Hawai'i. No leila, mai makau, e kupaa mahope o ka laha I ka aina, ai ro kahi makamanao, e ku e lo aku, I ka ohui ia o Hawai'i nei me Amelika. Ahiki ki aloha aina hope loa.
Let's reminisce.
To when Hawaiian traditions were in dire conditions, when stories were censored and not circulated.
Every time you begin your dream, a vision that you deny origin.
When people come together around a sedentary life, they can achieve extraordinary things. 1976. The men who foresaw a vision of the future in the eyes of our ancestors, thinking not to let them find the once forgotten knowledge of Pacific wayfinding.
A regeneration of foresight to raise Hawaii from the sea.
Aloha hoi na haumana. Aloha. Mana ola na vau helu helu ia ka tikala. Me ke kahi auli. Ke kakao noka. Hai.
Ai kumu, woho he loa kia ati kala iau, mamuli ke ia, he I ini ko ue imi ko holo moana ke kahi.
Oh, lea. Pewa paani ke mele I pala ia makati kala.
Ano pa'a, nahe.
Ua paani he hula no kia mele?
Ai ke ia ole, nao kopa e imi ai ho pa'a.
Oh, ulo heo kia mele. Tere.
Oh, mai kai. No laile, I kia la, e ho'o maka ana kākou ma ke kahi pikio. E ho'o mohala ana I ka ike I helu ia maka atikala. E kuka ana kākou no ke ia ninau. He hana mea I pono ai o Nainoa Thompson, a me hoku lea ma, no ka lana kila ana ma luna o na alaina. Ano kia ha I ko'i ia mau mea. No laile, ho maka kākou.
7,000 years ago, the first really oceanic people came out of China, and it came out of Taiwan. Then you get to Polynesia, this oceanic country bounded by Hawaii in the north and New Zealand in the southwest, and Rapa Nui in the east. 10 million square miles, bigger than Russia. And it was discovered by these extraordinary people. They were really the astronauts of our ancestors. They were the greatest explorers on the face of the earth.
These extraordinary explorers voyaged thousands of miles of open ocean, unaided by modern instruments, relying solely on an innate ability to take cues from their natural environment, the winds, waves, and stars. Guided by this traditional knowledge, these people eventually settled Polynesia and cultivated healthy, vibrant, and sustainable environments for centuries. Western advancement and expansion, however, brought not only new ways of seafaring, but a new way of living and a shift in perspective on how to care for and interact with the natural environment. Eventually, the art of traditional navigation was nearly lost. But a group of determined individuals got together in the 1970s to resurrect, honor, and reaffirm this ingenious wisdom by building a traditional double-hulled voyaging canoe and sailing it in the way of the ancestors. Hokula'a's first voyage to Tahiti reawakened a cultural pride and identity and an intimate connection to place.
No laila, e hoi ana kākou I kanina. He ana mea I pono ai o Nainoa Thompson a me Hokula'a ma I mea e lana kila ai maluna o na alaina. Ano kia hai I ko'i I mau mea. He mau mana o pāko ke kai?
Kumu, wa pāka ona oi kia vikio me ka atikala ke kahi. Like Nainoa Thompson be my mea no kia pahana. Cause not only he one hammer, kanaka kai oia pū. Like me o'u.
Lea, pe, ke kai aku.
Well, e no'ono ana au I ka pina ma vaina o ka holo moana a me ka hula. O ka hula he loina Hawaii e makemake mau ai, a ole hele a ane halapohe. A ka walo ano he wā I koko ke ane halapohe ai ka loina o ka holo moana. Wo ho'a o Nainoa Thompson, Herb Kane, a me ke kai mau kanaka ea e ho'ola I ke loina. A ka wa kupu mai nā leina a ane ha'awi pio lako.
Kumu, ki kai mea I kupai anaha na'u ma ka wiki au, oi o Hurkane, oi ai, wala kona ike mua paha ole I waa kaulua, wa mau kona moe mai a. Wa kukulu oia I kukohu waa me kumara o lana e loana ka po e ho o lana ho kele o kulea.
Oh, mai ka I o mau mana o apau. Pe, e ke kai aku. Mai ha'a Lulu?
Is she okay or what? Well, mana o vo o ki kaukai.
Kaukai, e vewe mai.
Me he mea la, ua kaukai oia I kona ike holo moana, ma ke ano he ho'okele, I mea e koa I ka pahu hopu. A ula o pū ki kaukai a me ke kāko'o, ma vaina o ka ohana waa ki kahi. Ma ka ha'alele ana o maua lako ma Tahiti, a ole lako I ha'awe pio. Ua kaukai a kāko'o lako ki kahi, a wuko no ka pahu hopu.
Okay, but a ole ane hewa ke la ke kahi?
Hewa? Pe e hewa ai?
I nā waha alele o mau ka mea I a o a ho'omako kau ia lako, a ole ane he ho'ailona ke la o kana mau homana. He ho'ailona no ke la ea. Mali o a pilikia e ole wa hewa ka lako, no leila wa ha'alele oia.
Ai ole ke test walene oia lako to see if they were paying attention. O kia ka lako vai ho iki ka pa'o ka ike. You know, like paying attention, being in the class. You wasn't even here for half the video anyway. How would you know?
Well, anyways, Malia o ke kaihi o ihona ala kai o ia ka hilina I ana I ka pā e a punio. Ko ike, ihono, leila mahope mai hiki ke ho'o ko pui nā kuleana.
Ka ko'o au I kana hiku o lalo. E like me ka hilina I paulele o mākou I ke ola o nama o lelo a me ka o lalo ma ka hula. Mana o wāwae, mana kuhinima. Pela pū ka hilina I paulele o kākou I ka hiki ke kahi wā. I ki ke kau ka ipiha ma kia o kulahelohe a me ka holo waa.
Oh, mai ka ike o mau mana o ka akalaya o kou. Pea kia mea o ke commitment. Hea ka pili o ke commitment I kia mea he ala kai.
Ma loko no ona hihia apau, wa mau kana kulia ana me ka imi a Tahiti. Wa kumu, wa eri he io nui.
Oh, e ho'okaka mai e duki.
No ka mea, wa lawe oie kana papa for go surf. O kau oie ka waa e ha'eho ka po e Hawaii. Ma ka wao ko pōpili kia. Wala ve oia kana surfboard e imi ke kokua.
They're going to need that sense of your commitment to your ancestors and your heritage. Kia kai pona I pānui ko una au o ai pilivi au he vai loa ke la pilina I ka mo'okala me na kupuna. Kia hoi ke commitment.
Ma ko'u helu ana, o iki ia ka anahelele I o ka lāhui Hawaii. Ma muli o ka mana o nei noa mai haawi pio no ka nui ona alaina a me na hihia I kupua e. Ea na e no kona ike I ka pahu hopu a me ke ko'i lua ole o kia hana kuuna o ho'o mau oia ahi kilo I kia la. Me kona commitment ole, a ole no loa a kikahi ano ho'oilina ho'o kelewa ana ka koi kia la.
Ai, nui ka molia, ka pa'u, a me ka ho'o manawa nui o ko kākou po'e. A me ke ia po'e a pili, veli noa o ka holomoana, he veli I ono. A ina no I ku mai na nalunui a hawi pio ke la po'e, au hea na holomoana o ke iau.
Pretty mean ko holomoana. Ka mana o au, wapono e kaupono, ma ko ole ka ike kuuna, ma ka upu, no hopeno, like them barrels. E ko hou ka ike kuuna. Ko I loa, that even get on mele, pretty major too. Stand beside me and be my friend. Make me smile and laugh again, yeah. Hokule, you're the star of gladness.
You're that happy star.
Yes, sir.
He nahe wale. E lino paha o ko he makanaka hi meni. Na laila, ke kani koke mai nei ka hola, a ka haoli I o vau I ke kuka ana o kia la. Ala na ko umana o I ka hola mua o ka pahana mamuli o na mana o I hapai ia I kia la. He mamana o hopi pā ko ke kahi. Na a o he waho o ku ia, I la mai ka ina ka ko pau, ahuiho. Ahuiho. Hey, pe Ke Kula mai ka ina ani na mea pau?
Yeah, cool, I'm fine, but e hui ana wau me ka ima ke ana ka ho'o pa'ani ka awina, so.
Ina pe la, ahuiho.
Yeah, hui ho kong.
Oh, great. He oi. Ike o pau I kia.
Ale wau even ha'alele. A ho'o pau I kia ha.
Ka pahana me e.
Ale wau I ho'omako oi.
Oh, ole. He mana o pā ko?
No, wa ha'i au ia oi. Ale wau I ho'omaka, so let's get this over with.
Okay. Ho ana nui na kanaka hoi ma kia, ia?
I mean, nui na koho, but he mana o kona ke kahi?
I'll like to relate the lako, you know?
What do you mean?
Well, na poe maka wa, ho'ola mauli Hawaii, they all probably knew what they wanted to do and just ale pa yo, you know?
Well, hea ko make ke puka kula oi?
Ale voi ke?
He hoi kau?
Well, hoi vai ka enehana, but, what do I do with that, right? Hoi puwai ka, kuka me na ano kanako na lāhui like ole, no na kumu hana he laha loa, ano na vai lo ihi loa, just random loa,
I don't know how you can stand people that much.
Just hoi wale ia. A pea oi?
Pehea la?
Wa imi oi ki kai?
He mana o ko ua ka ale paha o koho iaia.
O vai kia kanaka?
Ale oi a mehe mea nui. Ai like me ko I o lelo moai, he mana o vale no.
Okay. Kokulani?
E oi ka imi?
So, I never want to ask this in front of the other students, but, you okay?
What do you mean?
Well, ma ka wā kako I nana I ke la vikio no ka hokulea, you kind of walked out and then came back in, like, ka maha,
Well, I like it o ke pani I ke la nino.
Oh, I don't mean it as an insult. I'm just ho'ai ana,
Well, ma ka vikio ua ho'ike ia ko Nainoa Thompson papa a me kona ano, and he just reminded me of my dad is all.
Maheo ko papa.
Ma ka poli o ke akua.
Oh, kala mai no ka maha oi.
Na heni no vale no. Nui ko'u ha'oia ia, a me kona ano pai a ka ko'o ia'u. Oia ka mea I wahi ia'u I loko kia mau mea Hawaii. And I know his dad just reminded me of how much I miss him. So I ran out, so no one could see me being sad.
I don't like people seeing me sad either. But hey, maybe you can like kohea no Thompson a ho'opili ko'ola.
I mean, yeah, hiki ke ho'opili ko'ola, a hoi kona mo'olelo me hokule'a, but ke ole o kuhihewa ke no'i neo duki nona already. So, mano ka pone imi no'i.
Yeah.
But what's your deal?
Sorry, what?
Well, iki oe ki kai mea e pili ki ai au, hea ki kai mea e pili ki ai oe.
Well, ke kai mea pākiki no'u, it's like ale pa'a ko'u pilina ia Hawaii, yeah? Oe ale wau mai Hawaii. Kapi ia wai like implant Hawaiian.
Hea kila,
Well,
implant Hawaiian.
Okay, implant Hawaiian he like kanaka me ke koko Hawaii a ka aoli I like hānau a hana ia ma Hawaii, yeah?
Ma hea o I hānau a hanai ia then?
Ma ka palakiko, wana e ka ohana holoko a oia iwa pipi'i ka noho ma anei.
I get that, pipi'i no.
Yeah. He koko Hawaii ko'u a ka, he Hawaii maoli o?
Well, he koko Hawaii ko'u, but a ohe o ini e a o I kia mau mea Hawaii. It's kind of painful.
Let me tell you, I don't even know where I fit in, you know? Ma'awau I ka ano nohona ma ka aina e, a ka alewo like me na kanako ka aina e. Hoi wau ka enehana, ka make pūwa e, ho'o nui ko'u pilina I ka, na ano Hawaii, is pākiki ka pili me na kanaka o na au e lua, ma vaina wau, aliki ke, noho me kekahi, ano lonely, it just, ano empty inside too.
Well, I guess we all have trouble finding our place sometimes. Ua po mai ka iau I ka lo'e ko'u papa, no ka waiho na iau I loko kia mau mea Hawaii, I pili ai au I ko'u lalo, a me ko'u aina. But, hoi oi ke kama liona me ka po'e a hiki pā ke koho ia Larry Kimura no ko me. O ka hana hana ma kona wā, o ia ka oki leo a ni noele I na kupuna, no ka malama nei ka ike me ka olalo.
Yeah, Larry Kimura he koho mai ka ike la no'u. Yeah, wa like kona hana me, ko'u mau hoi, ai, he koho mai ka I loke la.
So e koho ana oi aia?
Oia wā, ai.
Well, wa hola mua mako ma kia, but pona vai ha'alele.
Oh, hiki no.
Mahalo no kia ro.
Mahalo.
The trunk is the backbone, the carrier of all burdens. The experiences, the lessons, the flowers in our gardens. If you be stiff and aloof and never heed to the word, how will it expand and flourish the meanings of what you heard?
This one you like?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, where this board came from?
This one came from the ulu trees back there.
What? This all we need for signing the surfboard? We need any more tools?
Nah, all it. I already brought them when I came out.
Oh, aloha na kala ulu.
Oh, Dookie, what's up?
Nothing much. How's it?
I came just in time. We were about to start sanding your board.
Oh, major.
Oh. So, Dookie, how's your uncle?
Oh, he doing good. He's still at work right now. Don't want to leave. Probably catching some too.
So, what you still learning now in class?
Oh, we learning about Nāwahīokalaniʻōpuʻu Thompson and Ke Kula.
Hey, don't forget about Eddie. Don't forget my namesake, cuz.
What? I thought Duke Hanamoku was your namesake.
Yeah, him too.
How can? So you named after Eddie and Duke?
Bro, how do you think Dookie came for B? It's Duke and Eddie put together. Simple.
Hey, my bad.
Oh, pass down him. Oh, here, pass me that. I can do several layers like this so the thing can pop.
Good job.
So sad what happened to Hokula and the crew.
I know can that kind.
You know, Nainoa Thompson almost when we quit Hokula.
I would have too. A loss like that. Everybody probably blaming him too, and not his fault.
That right there is what you call leadership, boys.
Huh? How is that called leadership?
Exactly.
How can the people you sailed with and the community that supported you all the way, all of a sudden turn their backs and blame him for what happened?
Because that's just how life goes. Something come up, everybody like ditch and blame them on the next person so they can keep their hands clean. They don't like get blamed for what goes wrong.
Unfortunately, Dookie's right. That's how it goes nowadays. I'm guessing that's what's different about Nainoa. Obviously, he didn't quit and he never ran away. I mean, didn't Hokula just sell around the world a few years ago?
Yeah, they had one whole thing about him.
Right. Why do you think Hokula was able to do all that after what happened to the crew and Eddie? Sure, it wasn't easy. In fact, I remember plenty of guys talking about what should or shouldn't be done. Bruh, and I know I'd listen to everybody. He probably would have quit. But at the end of the day, you had two people you got to answer to. You and Akua. So, how you gonna live your life? What kind of choices you willing to live with or live without? How are you being affected by those choices? How are others being affected by those choices? Does it even matter to you? Leadership.
Oh, Uncle, that was deep.
Oh, looks good. I think a couple more quotes and let her dry till she's ready. By next week, Dookie, your boy probably gonna be ready for go out. You just gotta think of a name for her now.
Oh, I say playing around with a couple ideas. Maybe I'll go call him Would Go.
Yes. Would Go?
Yeah.
What kind of name is that?
Bah, when I go out surf, I like him be Dookie and Would Go. Dookie Would Go. Yeah.
Oh, brah. I feel you have a name like Dookie and Eddie from Mash Up. Now, Paul, come, we go eat.
Roger.
O vaia na la ku'u me e nui.
From the very beginning, challenged us in many ways that we could not understand. We need a new leadership that had way more courage than we did. I have the greatest hope that if we think of that future that we deserve, we become that future that we deserve.
Ke
I know, me and Mom have been talking. We know you need to go. You need to find Tahiti. We'll be there when you let go the lines, and we'll be there when you arrive.
You know, us guys, we failed. We're done. Dad, I'm so ashamed. How can I ever go back? I just don't know.
I see you. Sometimes you go to the ocean by yourself, or you go look at the stars at night. Son, I see you, hiding. I know it's hard to make sense of all that just happened. Eddie, the crew, Hokulea. You don't know how to do this.
I don't. I'm scared. I'm at a crossroads. Eddie's passing and his loss to this community. It's like lightning. It's rocking this whole society.
What you need is vision. See your destination. Know your future. Know the path. Know where you're going. And most importantly, know whom you serve along the way.
How do I know whom I'm supposed to serve? The community is broken in half. Certainly, the voyaging community is broken in half. Half the community is saying, well, you know, voyaging isn't safe anymore. Take the canoe out of the water and put it in the Bishop Museum and leave it there so no one can get hurt. While others are saying, if we did that, then what have we accomplished? Was it all for nothing? So then, what do we do?
This voyage is not about you. This leadership is broken and has no chance of being successful at anything unless it gets together. You gotta look to your core, to the common values that are so precious and so meaningful that you'll never let them go for anything. This community will challenge you. Yes, there will be those who will be there to support you. There will be those who will give you their prayers. There will be those who don't understand you, who don't understand the concept that you guys are trying to accomplish. And they will be a part of the community that wants to see you fail, because sometimes they're scared of the commitment. We gotta stay together, stay united. If you fracture, you give everything away. This community that you need to rebuild, make sure the rebuilding process is simple.
How do we even start the rebuilding process?
Give them your vision. Articulate your values. Let them come. Never allow your community to be split off by geography or race. Define them as people who want to learn, people who want to work, and people who want to give back. Go build your community.
We can't afford another failed voyage. Our team isn't on the same page. Everybody got different thoughts, different ways of thinking, of doing. We have another voyage in 2 years. I don't even think I want to keep going at this.
Again, this voyage is not about you. 95% of your voyage is before you leave. It's the training. It's the preparation. That's where you guarantee success. Give me your plan for success. Give me your every single step. That's where I'll hold you to your steps. Do not talk to me about departure. Talk to me about getting ready. Talk to me about competence. Talk to me about unity. Talk to me about strength. Do the whole journey. The voyage is just a piece of that.
I think Eddie, he understood that. I can still hear him. I know I've got to sail Hokulea. I got to go down the path, and I got to pull Tahiti out to sea. Bring back honor and dignity to our ancestors. Give it to our children.
That's right. Carry your culture on your canoe. Your people need it. They're going to need to know that sense of your direction, to your commitment, to your heritage and your ancestors. They're going to need to know that it counts and it's important. But keep in mind, when you carry that dignity and identity of who you were and who you're going to become, make sure you do it in a way that doesn't compromise anyone of a different culture. Remember, we need everyone. This voyage is not about you. It's about the children not born. It's about the voyage changing the way we look at ourselves and look at the world. And your ultimate role as voyagers will be to become teachers. If it only stays with you, you have done nothing over time. So keep in mind, along the path of the vision, that you see children all the way.
Okay, Dad. I think I know what I gotta do now.
Remember, the voyage begins at the vision.
As God represented, the importance of revival.
our culture. We didn't have events. We lost the vulture. Our researchers at last of our ancestors' voices.
Ke Hawaiian mahalo I ko e ako kia na mai ka ko hamo ana I ko mi papa.
Na ko oli. Hey, ko na takai. Ano?
I ko mana mai ka iana. Ano pa akiki ka pa mai ka I o ka ike ma ka ola lo pele kania. Ano kana lua o mai e ike. A ka nui ko I ini e ko mai ka ia ma e ma e ka o mohana.
Oh, mai mau kau hana. A hea uhopopo ya oi. Ike oi ke kumu.
A ole.
A hea uhopopo ya oi. Oi ai hopopo nui oi ya oi ho. Ale pona oi ke kai aku e hopopo ya oi. A ka ina ale oi hopopo. A leila e hopopo vau. A ka ike vau e imi I kai kana oi ko o ko mai o mai ka mahana. E mai ka iana na mea pa.
Mahalo kumu.
Oh, he hoi mai koe. E ki ana vau I na mea no kia papa I kia la.
Hiki no.
Ahui o.
E Wolani, hoi au koke mai oi ke ala.
E, kimo, ai, wo hoi mai vo no ka hoia ka kaha a me ka ikipili atikala ma mua ka ho o maka ana o ka papa.
Hoi a ka kaha? Hale panoi hana ke na. Maka kau mau oi maka papa, a paa ka iki a oi. Hai me hopo hopo ai.
I ke kai manawa, ana pa akiki ka paa mai ka I o ka mana o nui o na atikala maka o lalo haole. He pono ka upuka mai ka I ana ma kia pahana o ye kama aina ka umo makue ka nui o kia poe.
Oh, he po mai ka I no ke na.
Ai, loa kona au po mai ka I, a ka loa ka au pa akiki, ma muli o ke kama aina I ka nui poe. Pono e mae a mako kau mau mana ano a pau, o ye iki ka poe he keiki au na ka papahana.
Ike au hopo hopo nui o ye o iho. Ko maka kau a me ka kupono a mai o ko hana ma muli pawa ka mika. Ino hapa vale mai ko umako kau I kou, ho. Haoli no au.
Mahalo, Kimo. Aloha e ke kai.
Oh, hi.
Pea ke kai. Oi ako ke mai oi ke lana o ka hopa aha vina me hoa?
As if. I mean, ua ho'olele koke ka umo kupuneo. I told them I didn't have to go to school today, but they're old school, so you know, I had to go.
No leila makakopa hoi no ka papa no ke ala?
Please, we learn the same thing every day. Na mea like ke lala ki ala.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Anui kako.
Welcome.
Taila. E a oana kako e pili ana I kia ukahi ho'ola o lala Hawaii ki ala.
Si kimo? O hai o e.
No. No leila, e ho'omaka ana kako makanana ana I wahibikio. E a ea ke kahinina I kukakuka I kako I ki ala. Pe, he ana mea nui I ike ia I o holo mua I ka o lala Hawaii. No leila, e nana kako.
In the 19th century, Hawaii was one of the most literate nations in the world, with over 90% of its population able to read and write. Over 100 Hawaiian newspapers were in print. Hawaiian was the language of the land, permeating schools, communities, churches, and businesses. In 1896, the territorial government banned Hawaiian in the classrooms, thus starting a chain of events that would slowly try to kill the culture through the outlaw of our most basic means of communication, our language.
A ke keo lako o lelo ia, hili ia lako me kalaau.
O pai.
O pai ia lako, nuka me o lelo Hawaii e.
Na ano ho pai like o le ho manawa ia Mrs. Kalekua. Kalehua pako na ino Hawaii ia. Ho o pai ia. Mea eli maha neli laina kakau oe maka papa ele ele.
Kau kori ma iruna ilalo a iruna ilalo. Pune ka mea ho okahi. Ke la ka ho pai e.
Ale au ole lo Hawaii. Ole au e ole lo Hawaii. Me ke la. Ho pai ia.
Despite these systemic pressures to suppress the Hawaiian language and culture, a resurgence of their value and place began at a critical point in time in the mid-1980s.
There was sort of a synergy going on in that the kupuna were realizing that they were the last people to speak Hawaiian. And then the younger people were part of that boomer generation. It was a time of the Vietnam War, civil rights, so everyone was examining what had happened to various peoples, smaller peoples in the world. So young Hawaiians were really thinking about what happened? How come my grandma can speak Hawaiian and I can't?
Komo mako na upio mai manawa o Anake Matthews me Auntie Edith o ia na kumo mai manawa ma hope mai o Tutu Lamho, Auntie Emma, Tutu Lihong me Uncle Joe Kekahi. Pai ana ia mako e a o I ka olelo Hawaii.
Lehe mea la ua ike na mana leo hope loa ua hiki ako lako I ko lako maumaka iki o me ka manao e avivi kako no ka mea ke pau nei mako. Me ka manao pu ke haawi nei mako ke mau ike ia uko na hanau na hou e malama a e ho mohala ho oulu.
So those two forces came together at the university, but also in the community.
Ua make ke kai ulu I ke ola o ka olelo Hawaii. Ua vela ka hao mai ia manawa. Ua make.
We've had Hawaiian in the university since the 1920s because the community was so strong, the Hawaiian community wanted it in the universities. But it wasn't until this idea of teaching through Hawaiian as a medium of education really caught on.
Okay, Haneli, make a ilo.
The university has started to really fulfill its role in terms of revitalizing Hawaiian.
The sheer desire and will to bring back what had been so thoughtlessly ripped from the mouths of our babes rest firmly on the shoulders of a group of pioneer parents. These forward-thinking individuals, many of them educators themselves, took the risk and faced head-on the challenges, sending their keiki to a school with an educational model never before seen in Hawaii.
Ike mako. Ina ale hanai ia na keiki makale I ka ole Hawaii I doko ko Hawaii aha hei ke ola hou. Mapopo ole aia mako. Ke malama ia na keiki maloko ko ole Hawaii vale do. Makapuna na leo make ia e like me ka vali loa e hiki no ka hoʻili ana I ke ia I ke ole lau.
Ia ka toku pa ana au e valu.
Ke la hoʻomaka ana, maka I ke ume kumaiwa, kana walu kumakolu. A ole loli ke la manao o kanuukia, o iho no keola ana o ka olelo. E no nae, maloko no paha o ka naupō, me ka opipio naupō, ke la I kehu ka mea nana e hapai. No leila ke nana nei ke manawa, ai pā ke la I kehu ma ka uhane ea. E like me ka oleo ana. O ke kino mero paha ka mea ana o poa. E no na e oia mau manao, paa mau no.
No laila, e haukani nau. He hana mea nui I ike ia I hoʻohala mua I ka olelo Hawaii. No laila e kuka ana kākou mana puʻulu. Pe e ke kai kupuna hualani me kimo, he puʻulu oko. Oko e kolu he puʻulu a oko I hope he puʻulu. No laila e hoʻo ka awale mana puʻulu.
No laila, hea ka olu mau manao.
Ke kai mea au I iki ai, oia ka no ke mau ana o lale ka onoe me pila ma, maka imi ana I kila ala e lana kila ai, maloko no ka loa ole maka hoʻomaka o ka lako hana.
Ai, polole, o ke kai mea au I iki ai, oia hoi ke ka koʻonui ia e nā kupuna.
Okay, I get it. O nā kupuna na mea ia ui ka olelo Hawaii, but...
O ka mua, o ko lale ki mua kupuna wahine ke kahi mea nui I mana hiha I ka olelo Hawaii. Ua wala o oia me kona mohoa ma ka olelo Hawaii wale no.
Ua holomoa nui o lale ma ka olela Hawai'i, ma muli o kou kona tutu, wala ka kaua na iaia ma ka olela Hawai'i, I mea ho o maʻamaʻai.
Ma ia wā, ua o kila nui o Amerika Vena Pukui, I kona kupuna wahine, a me na kupuna ia e ona ma ia wā.
Ai, pela o lale I ho o maka I hana like.
Okay, but what's that got to do with kumu's ninau?
Pela I holomoa nui e ka olela Hawai'i o nā kupuna.
Meaning?
Nā kupuna I malama ka olelo ma ka wai o ki leo ai o lale mai nā kupuna I ia lako. Ua komo nui, ma ka haʻi mo olelo a ke lapuna pū, e kuka hapa I ka papahana ka leo Hawai'i.
Mahalo for your mana'o, but honestly, nobody asked you.
Ke kai, ke hoa kākawalene o ye kauni nau.
I'm just saying what I'm thinking. Whatever.
He a koma mana'o.
Ua pane eo. Ua o na kupuni kolelo Hawai'i.
He mau mana'o ho aku?
Just that. Oh, and of course, ua koma na ohana ma ka ho'okumu a kupulu ani na kula ke kai.
Okay. Pehea wai hualani. Pehea ko mana'o no kea. Ua hana ia oe ke kai mo kea poe ea.
Ai, hai mau mai ko o ma koia ui na ana mo olelo. A oli nui na kumu vai malunga. No neila, ua koma nui na ohana ma ka oki atu koe na puke, ka ho o mai ane I na honua kula, a me ka malama ane I na ahamele a ho o ulu kāla. Like ole. Wahia ko o makua hine, o ka o kupuna wahine ke kahi o na kanaka I hele manawa lea I na kula kai apuni. A ua koma pū ke kai mau kupuna ea ma ke ka ko'o a pai ana I kia ana kula ana. I ke kai mau manawa a ole no I like ka mana'o o ka po ea pau. E ana ua pa'a ka pau hopu a ua imi la koe ala e ola mau ka olela Hawai'i.
Okay, that's great and all, but you know, not everybody has ohana to just komo a kokua like yours, Didymus overachiever.
Ke kai, a ole wai mana'o e ho'opuka I mau mea na ka ho'okiʻikiʻi ane a uiho.
Yeah, sure.
Ke kai, ala na I oi I hele I kia papahana mai ko wā kamali'i?
Yeah, and?
Mea la, ka ko'o nui ko mō kupuni a oi ma kia ano kula ana.
You don't know anything about me, okay? First of all, yeah, I have my kupuna, but my hea ko'o makua. They're nothing but drug addicts. You guys think that this means anything if you don't have any ohana? Exactly. You both don't know. That's why you're looking away from me. But that's the real world, so get used to it.
Ko e o ke kai? Maupopo ia ano no hona, ka hihia mau me na maukua.
And how would you know that?
Ua like maka uohana. Komo nui ka I naina me ka huhui loko hona makua, a me pehi mau ia mako keiki. Kuhi ia o mako ke kumu o na hihia me na pilikia o ko lao mauala. No e mahopa ki kai wā, o lawe hana I eo e ke kai wahine Hawai'i. He wahine olu loa a loko mai ka ina hoi oia. Aloha nui mai oia. A no ia kumu I komo kia I ini au e au me Hawai'i uai. Maka mi wau e kuiaia. Haka he hoko anui ko maua. Pa'a kona ano he Hawai'i. Aka o I kai mea au I iki ai. Mana po e au kahi Hawai'i. Kako o ia lako e na kupuna. Komo na mana leo ma ke ao ana I ka olelo. A me ka na hana mo o me heo a hoi kai ka pilina. Ale nā ia I na he ohana pili koko e ole, he ohana pili koko ole. O ka mea nui, o e ka ho'ola ana I ka lahui a me ka olelo Hawai'i. O ko kāku mau kupuna, o e ko kāku mau kumuhoha like. O ka ho'ohola mua ana I a pauhopu, hana ia ma ke kaila ohana Hawai'i.
Wow, Kimo.
Ako. Pea, mamake ke kahi e ka ana mai I ka lako I olaloi? E hualani?
Ma komako pu'ulu kuka nui ia kia mea o nā hulu kupuna.
Oh, e vewe mai?
Ua ike ia ke kupa'a mau o ana kalalale ma kia moe a ho'ola olelo. I loko no o ka ike ole paha pehe ai ho'oko ai ole awama piha I kia kuleana.
Ua ike pū ia ke kāko'o nui ia e nā kūpuna. I nā no ma ke oki leo ana, ka ha'i mo'olelo, ai ole ma ka hapai ana i nā mana'o pai I mea e holomua ai ka lāhui Hawai'i. Me ko ana kala lale, ana ke kauanoe, ana kala pila I lei ma ka lapua, hoku lani a me ka no'eo hana ole I ka lako mo hana, a ole no e loa a ka olelo Hawai'i ke la. A ua ili la ke la ike a la koe ho'oili ai maluna o mākou I mea ola piha I ka olelo Hawai'i no kākou a me na hanau nei hiki mai ana.
Ai, mahalo ia mo mana'o. Ma ka nui o ka ho'ihi a hapa I nā kupuna I luna, I o mau a I ola mau ko kākou mau iwi ke kai mea vai ono. No laila, he mau mana'o hope pā ko ke kai? I nā pēla, I nā mai ka I nā kākou a pau, a hui hou. Hui hou.
E, Kimo.
Eo?
Ua mamaki wai mahalo I oi no ka mau mana'o. I didn't know you went through all that stuff. That was part of Kiki. You had an wahine kupuna Hawaii help you that wasn't even ohana. I should be grateful that I have my kupuna kekai. I guess ua huhuwa I lawa because I was angry at my parents. But aloha no wau I kau mo kupuna. A mai kia mo aku e hana mai kai ina wau me lawa.
Yeah, Kikai, I get it. Ale pi kia, e mana oi ala o ke, ko mai ka ino oi.
Okay, huis.
We ho Kikai.
The branches of the heart, which may sometimes be broken, but uncertainty of others, spiteful words, or even worse, words never spoken. Feeling ignored, less than, disrespected, in an abyss of confusion. Do you see what I see, or is it just an illusion?
Ooh, looks good. What is this? Poke ulu.
No, never mind that. Nobody go eat.
Why? Get choke food. Who else you make it for?
Oh, you want to go and meet her for prepare for? So she can ask me if I'll make something.
What? How you learn how to make this?
Eh, you know me. I try any kind. I still try new recipes because we get playing ulu coming in.
What? I can taste test.
Why do you think I'm going to call you here to help me?
Yes, sir. Tutu, how come you never learn Hawaiian?
Oh. Well, growing up, my parents never allowed it to us. In fact, they even refused to. I remember my sister asked me one time, we sure I'm talking to each other in Hawaiian. But you know, the answer was always no.
How come?
Well, everything had to be perfect English for be considered akamai back then. No Hawaiian, no pidgin, but perfect English. You know, back in those days, they either got slapped or held back for detention for olelo. And then became something that was looked down on. Us Hawaiians, always stand in the back of the class. That's just how it was. My parents never liked that for us, so they chose not to olelo to us.
Well, have you ever wanted to learn?
Of course I wanted to learn. I've even enrolled in a few classes over the years at the college and the university. But you know, at Tutu's old age, bro, it's hard to remember all this kind of stuff. And since I never have nobody to practice with, I had a hard time retaining them. And when I hear you young guys jamming them, I'm so proud to see that our olelo is starving on our future generations. But at the same time, I say so hurt and hila. Because plenty of guys in my generation, we miss out on that. Why do you think I fully support your mom putting you into Hawaiian school?
Oh, that was the reason why?
Yeah. You know, it wasn't until 1978 that olelo Hawaii even became an official language of the state after the overthrow. Yeah, that's not too long ago. And then in the 80s, that's when the Punaleo came out with the emerging schools. I'm sure you still learn about that in class now.
That's Larry Kimura, Hauanoi Kamana, Peter Wilson, all them guys.
Right. That's a pretty huge thing that they did. And look, the fruits of their labor is still feeding thousands of kikis and families. Even you. Right, boy. Okay, I think we're getting off. Bring the rest of the ulu, okay?
I get him. O voi ana la, ku me enui.
I'm not American. Makaiki uwi kumai ka kuna balu kumapolu. Paak ako kuna na leo. Hele awi ke kula mai kai. Mana kuna na leo abai. Ao awi ko lelo abai. Mana kuna na leo abai.
Uwi ko iwa karabalu kumaha. Paak na mua baki kakawai. Nā pui, ui mai kai kai kikara.
O mai kai ho ora la hui hapai. I ora ma huna pua.
Ui mai wa karabalu kumalima. Paak kuna na leo hila me honolu.
Iro hana kai ko wakari le ko.
Ke aloha na honolu i ka waku kalahale.
Ni mai wa mai wa mama.
Paate kulo Nāwahīokalaniʻōpuʻu.
Kamana ko pahapu ka oli o mai.
Nāna i ala kuna kailon.
Na uhuku ale o kamoa.
O Nāwahīokalaniʻōpuʻu. E nāna mai a ngā kou nā pula ne reo e honi.
Nā wai hoko.
Nā kako no. E o nā pula.
Nāna pula hoko. Aloha maria ai nā ko kako kokua. Au e ka hiri e ko peuhi ane.
E roa ka helena ma ki ala hele.
I mea nā kako e huri a hoi mawai.
Ike paha o ko mahea o kawanai ma.
Ai, aloha kākou. Mahalo nui ki a kōko o kākou. E hui anau, me ki kai o ko no ke kuka, no ke kumuhana nui o ki ai. A oia hoi ka ho'ola hoi ko le mahuine. Ano leila, ua kone i o oko e ike ina he maumana o pā ko oko no ki a kumuhana koi. Mamua nā e o kukako holomua. Ua noi o ia tamati riri, e hoi ke mai no kāna ike rei, no ka ho'ola o lela ma o te roa e tamati.
Mahalo nui lale. E au, e hana ni, no ke kena Department of Māori Affairs. Ai ke lama kai ki hala ku ni, o kumu ia pai kai papahana I kapa ia o te koangereo. A ka ia ho kumu ia, ma puke atua, wainui mata, ma apelila. E liki me o kou. Nui ko mako hopo I ka pau, alilo ko mako olelo mako hine. No laila, ho holo ia ke kula ia o na kamaiki, ma ka olelo oiwi waleno. Kula ia na keiki, ma ke ano noha na Māori, ma na marae.
No leila. He mana o kia e no ono ai kako I ka pona o ko kako mau keiki. Keiki nei kako ke pauni na mana leo. He ho o ka iko kani mana leo e koe ana. O ka hapa nui, he mau kupuna. E pau mai ana no lako. Iki no kako he kaiuru lili iho aku e malamani ka olelo. O ni I hau maa. Malia e nana kako I ke ano kulana te konga reo.
Ua ho'oholo maua o pila o ka olelo Hawai'i wale ana no ka maua I ka maua mo keiki. Mai ka I ke hiki ke kako'o a ho'oholo mua ia kia mana kula. A ole ma ka hale wale no. Pela e lana kila I ka Hawai'i.
Ua piha ka elua ma ke hiki ka uhiapo. Ane e kolu. Ai ke a ole pa ka I hele kula e oia na ko ho'opa ane I ko lalo. I ini na e ho'okuma ho'opa oia.
Pela ka mako hana mani I hau. He olelo Hawai'i ma ka home, ma ke kula, ma ke kaiaulu. He mea ma'au mai ki keiki. O ka mea nui, loa no ka poe hapa iana I ia kuleana o ke ao.
No leila, me he mea la, o ka ho'okumu he kule, like me te kohanga reo ka kako e hana ai. E tamati, he aka mana o te kohanga reo.
Ai, He punana ia e ho'ulu ia I ka olelo. E liki me ka puana o ka manu I ka ai I kāna punua. Pela ka hana nā kupuna, a makua ma kia oa nei ka olelo I nā keiki. He koikoi loa, ke komo o nā kupuna, a me nā mana leo I ka papahana. Komo pū nā makua a me nā kumu, ma kia oa nei ki keiki. Oia ka mea pono ai, ke ola pona ka olelo. A pela I kupu mai ai ki manao o te koanga reo. He punana olelo ia.
Tamati, ka ko'opiha vo ia oe. He punana e lohi ai ka leo ki keiki ma kona lelo mako hine.
O nā kiki lili ka kako e kalele ai no paha. Ho maka oia maka pai kamali'i e apo pono ai oia.
Ale kako mau popo I nai maikai ana no.
O pila, hiki ke hana, nā ka koe hana.
Pea mako e ho'o maka ai, mahea kako e ho'o kumu ai ke kula.
A we, pono ki kā la, a ohe kā la.
Malia, e ho'okumi a hea oe hana kui ka au ho'ole, nana e ho'omalu I na kula, a mela hana ea e ho'o I kaika nei ko lalo.
Ke hana ia pela, hiki I me he aloa he kāla o punia peke lala paha.
Ai, I loko no o ka loa aloa ole, e imi ia no ke ala.
Mai ka ipa ka ho'okumu mua ia he kula ma ke kaha, o e nui nā ohana e kako ana I ka olelo. Pea ko manao e ilei?
Nani ka manao, e ana e, a ohe mako mako kono kia o, pehea mako e a oai I ka olelo I na kamali I ma ke kula. A ohe mea e a o aku ai e, na puke, na ponohana.
Ea ke kahi, o ka puna no ke kai mea ku e ane ke kāna vai. O ke kāna vai ka hiko ke kai mea pāpana ko lalo Hawai'i ma ke kula.
A ole a nei ho'oholo ia ke kana vai o kumu kumaiwa kana hiko kumu walu. E lilo o ka lalo Hawai'i ke kai ona lalo ku helu e lua ka aina.
Pono paha e holoi, kāpai mui ke la kana vai, mo ka ai ia he kula.
Ina pela, ele no ka koe ka aho lelo a pai no ki ana kula ana a puka.
Ano laila, e holo mua kako pela. E pono kako e noi ino ke ano o ke kako pila ana a ka ua hiki no. E ho'okumu paha kako he oihana kui ka ohau ole. O vai ana kako ko pele ki kena.
Lale, nā noha pele ki kena, o ina e kāhea ako koa mai a kako.
Kako o.
A o vai ana ke po o kuhina.
Kawa noi, mai ka ino paha ko noho ana, oi ke po o mua o ko kako papa ala kai.
I nā pela e lale, e ho'omahao mai kia o ana I nā papa kula nui I ke akau. E ka lele piha wau ma ke ano o ka ho'omahala ha'awina, ka papa hana kula, a pela pu ka onai hana kula.
Kako o. E ilei. Nā me ko kulani e noho maka papa ala kai a ka ko o aku ia kākou. Nā o ka mea e doi no nā hale kula, a kahi o kumu ai.
Malia, e imi kako ina homana o lalo Hawai'i a e ko mai kia o. E mi pū kako ina hana hoi hoi ko mai lako. Ma ke kiko waina, na makeke, a mena kai uru kāko e ki ia I kia poe.
Mai ka I. E hoʻopaʻa hou kākou I wā e hui ho ai no ka hoʻoia I ka holomoa. Mahalo hou iau e tamati.
Ai, wale ke ka pai anō kākou. E kākou aku, kākou mai.
He leo pai wale no keia. A o hea laina e alai ana I ko kākou ala. E ola mau ka olelo I ka kākou mau keiki. Aia ke ola ia lākou.
E ola mau ka olelo Hawaiʻi.
Aloha kumu. Nui nā hali aloha. E a ona mākuna na hula mele mele.
Ai, mali ai hula himeni ana paha mako.
Oh, aloha e kumukanani.
Aloha no paka. Pea oi.
Mai kai, pea oi.
Mai kai. Aloha. No laila, aloha nui kākou. Aloha kumu. Pea kama aina ke kahi na mea ki I paha ma ka lumi papa.
Kama aina au I ke kahi o na kanaka. O Edith Kanaka Ole, Mary Kawena Pukui, a me Mapuana D. Silva. Ua kama aina pui na mea hoʻokani hula. Ka ukulele, ka ipu, ka pahu, a me na uli uli.
Oh, mai kai. Pea, ke kai aku? Ike au I nā pāleo, ke kahi na Brother Nolan. Who take my lady from the tropical islands? Who take my lady to the Hollywood scene? What? Who flashed the money on her body and her red lips? Who put my baby on the shorty fall trip? Say goodbye to your coconut girl. Hey, local boy saying goodbye. She's a coconut girl in a high fashion world. Nahe vale. Pea, hola he mau ko mama kua I ke la mele. Ai, me ko uwali I li'i. He mele puna hele ke a mako o nā poki I. A himeni pine pū mako makahale. Ike wai ka ukulele me oi na papa pau. Pea, hoʻokani pila oi. Ai, o kia ka mea hoʻomalu ana I nā poki I. A kokua pū ia mai ia'u ma ka hoʻonā ana I kana au. Mai kai. No laila, I ke ala e nana ana kākou I ke kahi ana au kahi. Oia hai, ke au kahi pualo mele a hula. A I ke ia wanana kākou I nā paiopili aina, e like hoi me ka hoʻolawe mā. Na ka ola hou o ka hola moana, e like hoi me hoku le ama. A me ke au kai hoʻola o lalo Hawaii, me ana kalalale mā. No laila, mana wao na kanahiku I kaulana ai ka mele a hula, no ka hoʻola hou ana I ka olelo Hawaii, na moʻomeheo Hawaii, ka moʻolelo Hawaii, a me na inoa aina ke kahi. Ua hoʻola pū ia ka pikoʻu kanaka oiwi ke kahi. O Dinosaurio, Eddie Kamai, na Casimiro ke kahi mau, meʻe I haku I nā hula a mele ke kahi. No laila, e nana ana kākou I wahi wikio e o ia wā.
A ohe ho'ole ana I ka mana o ke mele ma ka ho'opā na aua me ka ho'olaha hele aku I ke kahi mau mana'o a peia pu na mele o keia o kahi imi ka pono o ka Hawai'i. Ma ke kanakolu makahiki aku nei I ka wā John Osori o lao me Randy Borden I haku ai ka lao o mele kaulana o Hawaiian Eyes a kahi a ho'omaka ia I ano puolo o ka pāleoleo ma ka lehulehu a kea ano ka pāleoleo ma ka Hawai'i a ole loa I ike mua ia. So sad you had to go and we just want you to know that we miss you inside. E ia nae, maka holo ana makahiki a me ka ulu o ke au kahi o ka imi a paio no ka pono o ka Hawai'i ua ho'oulu pū ia mai nā mea pualoho a me ke kaila mele ke kahi.
Like other musicians, I was trying to effect social change by singing about this place. The activism is what made that music happen. It was really what motivated us to go into music, to sing about these kinds of things, to write about what was happening out on the land.
O ke mele o Hawaiian so na John Lawa me Randy ua lilo no he ano mele ku ho'ai lona no ho'i no ia wā.
It's a song I think I've sung more than any other song, but because Randy and I wrote this for George Helm and Kimo Mitchell, because we wrote it for patriots, we wrote it for people who were doing something that we didn't quite understand at the time, you know, fighting for Kaho'olawe.
Kohu mea la, ua ume ia na Hawai'i mai waho o ko Olawe I ka pae aku o kona leo aloha loha e holo aku a ko kua.
And they knew why Kaho'olawe needed to be fought for, because nobody would fight for them. There was nobody living on there. Somebody had to take on the kuleana of speaking for that island, and they knew that, and that's what they did.
Ma ka pau ana o ia wā ka ohana e huli ana ia laua I pā I kana ao John me Randy no ka haku mele a ua pau I ka haku ia I loko o ka iwa kalua vale no minuke.
I can recall the way your voice would fill the room. We didn't really know at that point that this song would still be sung, would still be, you know, would still be loved. But I believe you knew. People complain actually about how, you know, we don't hear this kind of music today, and the truth is that, you know, if you listen really closely and you pay attention, you realize that there is great music being generated by a different kind of activism. Today the activism is about reclaiming the language.
Once you start learning the language and the culture, everything changes. Street names, songs that you hear that you never knew the meanings before, and now you know the meanings.
Ai o ke ala I waina o keia hanauna e imi ana I ka ho'i hou I ka ike ku'una ma o na mele.
Wow, this is actually maybe a tool that people can use to get back or learn the language, or, you know, ignite the fire in them to try and do something with the movement too.
He lala o ke ala no ke klapu himeni o Sudden Rush a ua kaulana ia hui no ka haku a himeni I nā mele e kahu ana I ke kahi ano maka kau I kaika no ka pono o ka Hawai'i e laa me ke ia mele o ku e.
Beautiful song. Ku is a way of feeling that makes you just want to do something about the injustices that is going on. Even if they're not doing something in their lives that could be affecting it, just yelling the word out, you know, can help make somebody feel like they're making a difference. Because of what has happened, it gave us the means to do what we do. But honestly, if everything that we were asking for came true and we didn't have to sing about that kind of stuff again, I would be happy about that. I would love to sing about the success of the, you know, of what has happened instead of still trying to get rid of the injustice.
If you want to see music that expresses outrage and determination and a fighting spirit, then we need to be more active in terms of protecting our rights.
You know, and the more people we get doing it, the better. And we need more people doing it. It's not over. The fight is not over.
No laila e ho'oka'awale ia na o ko mana pu'ulu e wala au no keia ninau. Pea e ho'oulu ai na mele I ke kanaka ma kona awamo ana I na kule ana. No laila ua ho'oku'u ia I ka hele ana me na pu'ulu.
Ma ka helu ani kia atikala kako, wa palapala au ke kahi mea George Helm I o lelo ai. O iei, wa ho'ike oia I ke ano kuana ike o ke kahi o kia poe. What we needed is to keep Hawaiians active. Music is the easiest way I know because people tune into music. That's what I use music for. E like no me kana o lelo, a ole pili wale na mele I ka ha'i mo o lelo ana. He mana ko ke mele e ho'aluli kia e oni ai ka Hawaii, ma ke komo piha a kupa'a no ka pono.
Kako o I o manao. Ina no'o kako I na mele o ia wa o kuho I ke manao. We the voices behind the face of the Hawaiian nation and the Hawaiian race. Rise for justice, the day has come for all our people to stand as one. Eala, ea, 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 eala, ea, ea, ea. E huli ho'i ka pā kini alamihi, kanana days of the alamihi ways. E kiko I ka piko, ka mana o ka poe, the power of the people is the piko. Ka piko ke aloha o ka aina, o ka aina.
Ooh, nahe. Hiki paha o ke ohana.
Hai, here you go.
Okay. Pehea kea mele. As I have traveled from place to place, some familiar and some strange, to hear the ancient chantings of our home. As I've listened to the stories, my eyes have seen the glory. So let us raise our voice in song to save our land. Hawaiiloa. Hawaiiloa, kuli ke kako, kupa'a me ka loka hie, kukala me ka vivole. Oni pa'a kako, alana kila na kini e ola, na kini e.
E pehea kea mele.
I remember the days when we were younger. We used to catch opu in the mountain stream. Around the Ko'olau hills we'd ride on horseback. So long ago it seems it was a dream. Last night I dreamt I was returning, and my heart called out to you. But I fear you won't be like I left you. Ke aloha kuho me o ka halu. Me ke aloha. Me ke aloha kuho me o ka halu.
Oh, peheo. Peheo mele ka ho'olawe. Aloha ku'umoku o ka ho'olawe. Mai ki nohi ko inoa o kanaloa. Ko he malama lau kanaka ole. Hiki mai nā pua e ho'o malu mai. A ole olo ka maina?
E hana ho mai?
Nā, ka ma'aina no maua, o maki wale no maua e lohi kau leo nahe.
Auwe. Nā, au ka e like me ka olelo. Ka ko pua I ka George Helm olelo. ua pā nui ko'u na au maka ike I ke alu like a me ka lokahi o nā halau ma ka pai o ana. A pololei, o ka hula no ka me oni ai ka po'e. Ila ana, ke ku e a pai o ka po'e, lohe pini ia ke mele o au a ia. Pili ke la mele ke kupa'a, a me ka ho'opa'a pono I nā mea ko'i, a ole ho'oku'u. Malama ia nā aha a me nā halau, no ka mālama ana, I ke la, ka hula ana I nā mele, a me ka ha'i ana I nā mo'olelo, a malama pū I ka ulu la'au.
Ai. Ona mele, he ala ia e ho'opuka I nā mana o I ka po'e o keakea. E lohe mai ai lako. O iai maliu mai ka po'e I nā mele.
Pehea, ua ike paha oi kia ma ko ho'okani a himeni ana?
Well, ua lilo ka malama ana I nā poki I he maka koho ma ko umahana. O iai, pa'ahana mau nā makua a ole nui ka lawa noho pu ana me mako. No ka le'a I nā po'a pau ma mua ka hiamoi ana, ho'okani a himeni au me ko umau poki I. Ano ka le'a komo lako I ka hula ana a o ka oe i'o he kokua nui ia ma ka ho'oku'u ana I ke kuena o kā lako I ke ahu. Mai ka ho'omaka mai, ua ho'a'o nui wau e ho'ohoihoi ke a'o. I mea e oi aku ka maika'i le'a o kā lako hana I ia mamua o'u.
Ua ike ia ke kahi ano hola mua ana?
Ua holo mua no, ua hele a ma'a a ke ike au ke kupu mai ke kahi ano hihia ke oho I me nā makua komo koke nā poki I maka hula himeni ana.
Mai ka inoa nahe hoa I kau leo. A pehe oe ka hula lea hea kau I ike ma kou ala.
No laila, ike o lua na ko'u I ini nui ma ka hula ea. Wow. Ua hane ia o ma ka halau mai ko'u wa o pio loa. Ua lilo ka halau he ohana no. Ua ulua nui ko'u aloha no kea mea o ka hula a ua ili puna kule ana o lapa muluna o. A ka, ua huki ia o mai ka halau mai, ma muli o ke kaihana ko'u mamakua. A ole lawa I no'o I ka nui po'e. Ma muli o keia hana, ua pau ka pilina o lawa, a ua pau pu ka pilina me ka ohana hula.
Kaumaha.
Well, he hopena kona mea a pau. A o ka mina, ua ho'ole ia ko'u ho'i ana I ka hula. Ma ke kahi ano, ua mo ka piko ohana ma e lua wahi ko'i. Kuhia ua hani ia pene no ka ho'opelekana ana mai. A ka, I ke le'au ma ke a'o ana no kia mo mea a pau o ka hula, o ko'u pono ka oamo ana I ke kule ana. E like me ka Georgetown olelo. O hia ke kumu o ko'u komo ana I kia papa. Maki au e komo ma ka ho'ola ana I ka loina ku'una Hawai'i.
Maika'i.
A pehea oe nā paka?
O wau, o ka oe I o mauno ko'u imi ana I ka ume e o amoai. Nui ko'u ini e a o e pili ana I nā loina Hawai'i like ole. Keo ho'i ke a'o ana I ka hula a me nā mele Hawai'i.
Pea ko hana I ana?
He hua ko'u makuhine ma kia papahana, a ka o paupaha kona hoia me kona komo ana I nā hanana. Ko'u papa, hoi no oia, a ka a ole oia he hua na ka papahana. Hahai wale oia I ka olelo hana mama.
Hahai ku papa I nā hana aku mama? Aue. Well, pea I pau ai ka hoi o ko mama.
I ka umana o ma muli o kona makuhine mo lia mawana iaia me kana ohana. Mea mai o mama o pona lako kiki e ho manawa nui I kana mama a ka paahana mau oia I ka awamo I na kule ane a e. Waiho wale ia na kiki. A ole o mama I make hana ia mako pela. Mehe mea la ho'oku wale oia mako e komoa a ole ke hoi me ko mako I ini. Mali o haawi pio oia a ole wa make oia mako e ho'oholo. A ole nui ko ui ke nana mea wawaho Ke Kula. A ole pa'alua ke kahi ano mako hana no e au. Na leile o komo I ke papa. No ka ho'oulua ni kia a au. Mali e he kokua a ole paha.
Haa heo paha ko mamukua ia oe. Ale pona lawa e pai nui ia oe.
Koe aku ia, a ole nana ko mamukua I ka umohana. Mali o ka hula a me ke mele Hawai'i na mea oe make a unui ai.
Ai, e ako hau kako. No laila, ke kani koke mai nei ko hola pea. E ka hula lea ma e ka ana paha oe I ka au
Well, no mako nui na mele a me na hula. I ke mako he kule ana ko ke la me kia mele. He kule ana pu ko ka pu'ukani a me ka mea hula. Ma ka ha'i ana I na mo'olelo, ka ho'opa'a ana I ka mo'aukala me na inoa aina. A me ka ho'eleo I ka po'e kupa'a ma na mea ko'i a vai.
Ai, mai ka ino. No laila e ko ana ka haawino ke ia po. E olu e nina ina makua. Ina kama aina ai ole ike pahi ki kahi mele o na kanahiku. Ai olu e nina pu he I pai ia mo mele ia lako. No laila, ina ahe manao, uhoku ia, ila mai kai, ahui ho, kako
Ahui ho, kumu.
Ahui ho. E, nahiku. E ho mau oi ka ho'okani ana. Nahe vai.
Kino kumu.
Tutu, I always hear you singing this song. Is it your favorite or what?
Of course. This along with many others.
Well, who sings it?
Oh, that was Sunday Manoa. They're a group from my time. One of the best. One of the few, actually, that brought Hawaiian music back to life. Oh, what is that?
Well, there's this song that keeps playing in my head. I've been trying to figure them out. I don't have it all yet, but it's getting there.
Hey, go play what you get so far.
Nah, it's not much of anything yet.
Hey, go play them. You gotta start somewhere.
Ah, okay. Here it goes.
Oh, Nina, you ain't gift.
It's not Paul yet.
Well, bro, as long as it's gonna be on beautiful mele.
Hopefully, we see.
You know, our stories, our culture, our legacy is embedded in mele. Many of my friends found their identity and pride in mele. That's what I hear in your song. You know, you should have this as part of your presentation for your class.
This song? I don't even know how it connected to my project. I still don't even know who I'm gonna do my research on. There's so many good guys.
Well, what's the challenge? Why do you think you have one hard time?
Well, I don't think I could do what those guys did. They knew what they wanted to do since they was young. They figured out what they wanted to do, and they just went for it. Me, I don't even know what I want to do with my life. Who am I? What is my kuleana? Am I even good enough? Yeah, I olelo Hawaii, but that's pretty much it. But who else can already do that?
No sales so short. And your olelo is more than what most of these guys had when they was young. And what, do you think they knew all the answers from the beginning? I knew who they were. You know why I love to listen to Hawaiian music, especially this kind?
Why?
It's because there's mana in it. You see, I grew up thinking I had to be good at everything Hawaiian for being Hawaiian. But I never olelo, I didn't hula, I didn't play Hawaiian music. Look in Hawaiian, look in olelo, or even play Hawaiian music. Me? I was all kind huiko. How could I possibly call myself Hawaiian if I couldn't olelo, couldn't hula, couldn't play Hawaiian music, or was never the front line of any protest? Me, I was hila hila.
Come on. No way. Not you.
Yeah, boy. That was me a long time. Plenty of guys was probably huiko. Never really know how to fit in, because we all thought we had to be in a certain way. Especially in my time, when there was a resurgence of young Hawaiians establishing their identity.
So what changed?
You. See, one day, I was seeing my plants, working the land, and they came to me. I realized that I was just as fine as the next guy. I may not have had the gift for olelo, or hula, or play music, but I was still very much connected to my culture and my kupuna through agriculture. I just didn't think much of it, because it was something that I did every day since I was little. It's what my daddy taught me, which is what his daddy taught him.
I don't understand what that has to do with me.
See, people started coming to me, asking me questions about planting, farming, agriculture. And my understanding of the plants, aina, and moon phases was not something that everybody understood, and I wanted to share them.
I still don't get it.
Ah, cool. When we would go to your school events and meetings, what I saw there was a small community of people wanting to learn and give and be more in tune with not just olelo, but the Aina culture as well. It was until then that I realized something. That each of us go through different phases of our lives. Each of us get different strengths and talents that we've been blessed with, either by our hana or through experience. And it's okay for be different. Get beauty in that. No more one way or right way for behind. It's in you. It's in your soul. It's in your know. Since you shared your mellow with me, I'll go share what I've been working on with you. But like you, it's not finished yet. I started writing this, not with the intention of publishing it, but writing some things that I felt in my now. The leaves. They come in many sizes, shapes, and textures. This could be our body language. No words, but simply gestures. That tells the stories behind the eyes of doubt and misconception. The veins, the colors, displayed for all to see through their own perception. The flower casts a smile upon your lips, often smelling sweet, and bringing beauty like a total eclipse. It reminds us that blessings come in all embodiments. So stop and pay attention, for the true test of faith does not lie in the audience.
Wow, Tutu, you sound like an OG.
OG?
You know, the original gangster.
Bruh, I know what an OG is, but how do I sound like an OG?
Me and my friends started watching and listening to Jamaica Osorio and her slam poetry.
Wow. Sounds interesting. What is that, slam poetry?
It's a style of performance poetry that combines the elements of performance, writing, competition, and even audience participation.
Huh. Who you guys was watching?
Jamaica Osorio.
Oh, in relations to John Osorio?
Yeah, that's her dad. In fact, me and my friends had to do research on John Osorio, and then Jamaica Osorio popped up. Why? How you know John Osorio?
He's a professor at UH Manoa, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, I heard he's the director of UH Manoa's Hawaiian Studies program. I remember going to one thing at Huliāmahi Palace back in the days, and he was there performing with Randy. I actually heard him speak and perform at quite a bit of different places. Rock my guy at that one. He didn't sing plenty songs, but my favorite is Hawaiian Soul. It's one tearjerker for sure. Song about George Helm and Kimo Mitchell.
Those are the ones that got lost at sea during the Koalavi movement.
Yeah, that's the ones. They were passed around too. Anyway, John Osorio, he usually presents about Hawaii's history. He was playing about the overthrow and the Wilcox Rebellion. Bro, that's one not awesome either. This whole thing is about the Hawaiian movement and knowing the kind of people and culture we come from.
Wow, I wish I could have been to one of his presentations or concerts.
Oh, well, you never know. He still do his thing here and there. So, don't forget. You know, be shame or hila. You just how as they come to, Bye. So, sing your song from the heart when you go present.
Okay, I'll go try my best.
No try, just do.
Tutu, can I use a part of your poem for my presentation?
Oh yeah, of course. Which part you like use?
I don't know yet, but I've been playing with a couple ideas.
Oh. Well, just let me know which part you like use. Oh, I gotta go take care of my lays outside. Make sure you clean up after you paw.
Hey, no worry, beef curry. I get him. O vai ana la ku'u me enui.
I can recall the way your voice would fill the room, and we would all be stilled by
Hawaiian soul, how could you leave us? You have been lost at sea, you're only wandering. Hey, oh, what a headache! Hey, who we go? Hawaiian soul? How can I melt Hawaiian soul? How can I melt who we go? Who we go, Mako? Hui!
Wa hui mako ako, wa Huliāmahi ki kwana ike. Ko, wa ko mako kwana ike. E hui kara ole ka hana ame iko.
Wahia John sorry. Before not confused about who they were, they understood themselves to be Hawaiian.
Not American.
He mai ko pa ona ku iko. He mai nui pe hine hine. Pepehi ka roli Hawaii.
Nāro ko ike mako mo o kara. Nāro ko lero mako hini. Nāro ki American kwana ike.
Hui ka pāna o no, he ahi o mea Hawaii.
He pai ana ka rau. He kukuru ho na ko kona nui. Ke kawa nei ka ike. O ku kako no ku puna. A ku kako no kua.
E kupā, he mo, he alo o oi ku mo o kala.
E ku I ka haheo I ka kako no ku puna.
E ku I ka haheo I ka kako aina.
E ku I ka haheo I ka kako no hui. Hoi so, o hui kau kako.
A ole o.
He piko Hawaii ko.
He ole Hawaii ko.
He ruana ike Hawaii ko.
He ole Hawaii ko ako. He ole Hawaii ko ako. He ole.
The Hawaiian movement advocates for protection of our vanishing ways of life and even challenges the U.S. military's destructiveness is an unconscionable use of our lands, not only on Kaho'olawe, but in Makua and Mokapu. In a supremely important way, our diverse political and social movements are what Lahui has come to be. Our people have, since the 1960s, claimed a kuleana, an obligation for these lands, for our culture, for our sense of history, and for our destiny. We have been seeing our people take up the struggle to restore our Kanaka Maoli authority and political power on our land. The land struggled on Oahu, the Kaho'olawe struggle, and even the Hawaiian language revival in emerging schools. It is who we go over what our choices are and what they mean that is threatening our lahui and not the choices themselves. Do we wish to live as Hawaiians or don't we? What matters is how we will face the future together, whom we will entrust with leadership, and how far we are willing to commit ourselves to be Hawaiian. But people need to listen to one another. It's the leadership that's grown out of the community, that has done enormous things, such as saving Kaho'olawe Island from the Navy and reviving the Hawaiian language. Leadership is about recognizing that we choose to be Hawaiian. We choose to be nothing else. We don't want to be fragmented. We don't want to be part Hawaiian. We don't want to be part of a country that is aiming for something very different and has very different values and very different understandings of its role in history. If we are to be true to the legacy of our ancestors, and I mean not just our distant ancestors, but our immediate ancestors, like Lili'u, Nāwahīokalaniʻōpuʻu, and Iwikuhio, we need to resurrect the nation. We need to be a country again. It is only Huiko that prevents us from taking this step. I think the longer we are in this movement, the surer we are of who we are. But we're ready. We should stop fooling around. The Twig Smiths in this road, they're not fooling around. They're not going to wait on us. They're not going to give us an inch. We need to take this place back. And we need you to do this with us. Just so nobody thinks we're romanticizing leadership. And we have to remind ourselves that leadership is sacrifice. So, with that being said, I close with a tribute to George Helm and Kimo Mitchell, who were both lost on Kaho'olawe Island in March 1977. I can't recall the way yours would fill the room, and we would all be still by your melody. And now your voice is gone, into the sea belongs all of the gentle song that you had harbored. Hawaiian soul, how could you leave us? You've not been lost at sea, you're only wandering. Hawaiian soul, we sing your melody and send them out to sea. You know the harmony. They say before you left to seek your destiny, that older voices called and drowned in your laughter. But I believe you knew what you would always be, a beacon in the storm to guide us after. Hawaiian soul, how could you leave us? You've not been lost at sea, you're only wandering. Hawaiian soul, we sing your melody and send them out to sea. You know the harmony. Hawaiian soul, we sing your melody and send them out to sea. You know the harmony.
Let's stop reminiscing and start living.
Start thinking and begin giving. Oh, hey, Malamo, how we got you on it?
So we can make it work. We're about to be the bird.
Let us actively restore and maintain the balance, connect the past, the present, and embrace our challenges.
It's a new dawn.
An awakening to cultivate the path. To a new journey.
Cultivate to rejuvenate.
Cultivate to dominate. Cultivate to recreate.
Cultivate to elate. Cultivate to debate.
Cultivate to advocate.
Cultivate to captivate.
Cultivate to administrate.
Cultivate to communicate.
Cultivate to negotiate.
Cultivate to perpetuate.
Cultivate to proliferate. Cultivate to rehabilitate.
Cultivate to educate.
Cultivate to escalate.
Cultivate to motivate.
Cultivate to navigate.
Cultivate to radiate.
E Huliamahi kākou.
E Huliāmahi kākou.
E Huli.
Me ia mo mana'o po o ia ku'ume'e. Mahalo.
No laila, o ka hope o na ha'i o lalo, o ia hoi ka kahuli.
Aloha nui kākou. Maina nā I ka ulo o waho, a ole nau ia. Nāna I ka ulo o loko, nau ia. Ua o kākou, nona me nui o ka waho o la mauli o la Hawai'i. John Osorio, George Helm, Eddie Aikau, Larry Kimura, Kaunoe Kamana, Pila Wilson. A nui ho aku, na kanaka koi koi o ia wā. A ole kia kanaka he kanaka kaulana. A ka, o ke ia he kanaka koi koi. A oia no ka mea o kuuola, kuukupunakane. Ka Huliamahi, Huliamahi hie. Ua ola no oia ma ka wao na kanehiku. Ka wā inui ai na hihia a mena alaina ma Hawaii nei no ka kāko la hui. A o nui oia iau no ki ia mauhanana. A apo pono wau, lawe voi e ike. A ho'olaha ma ka nui I hiki. Mahalo nui voi aia, no kona kupa'a, a me kona hila ole ki kokua ana iau, a me ku mohoa. Mahalo pu voi aia, I ke kokua ana I ko umakua hine, ma ka malama ana iau. Ko uola holo ko'a. Na leila, ua lawe wau I kai apana o kona poema. E hoa hano I kona mau o lelo ko I, a me ko hano I aia pu. It is to give as a gift, a tree, a gift of a giving tree, that some never know or choose not to see. The beauty that lies before them, the blessings in disguise. I pray that one day we will realize, a realization of letting go, for lessons need to be learned and then thrown away to cast. The tree cannot give if the roots hold on to bare sand. The branch cannot be a foundation if it doesn't know the land. So let those leaves give you inspiration to grow. Let the flowers bloom, maybe fast, maybe slow. That's not what really matters. What really matters is that we know the past, we can represent, and we can continue to grow, to love, and to be sure we are present. Me ia mamanao, wanoi vo I kai mohoa, e himeni au hula I kia mele au I haku ai, no ku tutu man, ka Huliamahi, Huliamahi hie.
Ka he a, ka wenao ke ao, ko o pumehana. Ko ulu ana I ka kua lehua, moha ka hele helena. Mea hoi nana, ka hiki o o ke aloha. I lei ka, I lei ho ilo. I lei ho iwa mau na ke kupuna.
e paipaili ma kākou. O ka mua loa he wahi mahalo I keia mau hamana he kanaha o ka papa umi kumakahi o Ke Kula o Nāwahīokalaniʻōpuʻu. E hoʻokuʻu iki ana, e hoʻokuʻu mua ana ia lākou e naue I waho a e kali ana oko. Eia hoʻi o ka lua he manaʻo e waiho ai me kako apau. O ke kahi pahu hopu nui o ke ia hana kiaka, aia o kou ku noho alelo I ana ke ia, aia o kou. O ke kahi pahu hopu nui o ke ia hana kiaka, o ia hoʻi ka hoʻonui ike ana o ko kako hanauna, ko lako hanauna, ko mako hanauna, no ke ia mea o ka wā hoʻola mauliola Hawaiʻi. Ike kako hapai ia ke ia mau mee a ka nui hoaku na kupuna, na makua, ka poe I waile I ke ia alahele no kako, ea. No leila, eia maua ke hapai a nei I ke ia ninau. Ke aa aku nei ke ia manao paipai a kako apau. He aha na ko kia muaku. He hea kako e hoʻoia I ke o mau o ke ia mau hana apau I waile mua ia. No leila, manao wau wa ano kuluma a o lako ka hua o kia la. Yeah? No leila, I koʻu manao o hoʻea lako I waho I ko lako mau wahi a e ai ana ia o kou e naue a aloha aku ia lako. He wahi mahalo wiki wiki ka kumokauʻi a leila e hoʻokuʻu I ana, you know, let's go.
Ai, ano leila, ua makemake e mahalo I kekahi mau kanaka hoapu no ke kokua, ke kakoʻo ana I mea e hoʻohua ia ke ia hana kiaka o ke ia ahiahi. A o ia hoʻi ka poʻe ʻenehana o hope e kokua ana me ke kukui, me ka leo. Eia kekahi a ole I ike ia lāua a ka olohe ia o Anakala Mark Yamanaka ma ke kika. A me Anakala Sean Nele Maile ma ka pila kuru. No laila, meo, manei. Mahalo nui. Mahalo nui ua nui na ke kako o na kumu, ka poʻe e kokua kako ana I hope kekahi. Mahalo nui ia oko pakahi a pau I hiki ke puka me ke ia hana kiaka. Mahalo anui loa.
Now class is really dismissed. So let our kupuna go first. I know you're all excited to see your children. You can take them. We had them all day. Mahalo nui. E nawe kako. Mahalo nui. Aloha.